You are sure you don't want me to go with you to the station? Bram asked. Polly MacGinnis turned away from the tent being raised, its white canvas roof puffing and sinking like a deflated cheese souffle, to look at her husband. No, that isn't necessary. You are needed here. There is a show in a few hours. Let's not make Giuseppe even angrier than he already is. Bram lifted his cap and scrubbed his hand through unruly brown hair. She'd offered to trim it before she left, but he said the extra length made him look wild. It was good for the act. Must you leave? It's a long journey on your own. I can manage. She twirled her fingers through the air with a flourish and grinned, though he likely saw through it. After all, I managed the trapeze and rope on my own. Yes, but Polly. He stared down at her with those warm eyes she'd fallen in love with, and for a moment, just one insignificant beat of time, she thought he might see what she used to be. Who she used to be. What about the melancholia? If it descends, you'll be alone. She pinched her lips together and moved away from him. I will be with my mother. He followed her, his long stride easily eating the distance between them, at least physically. Nothing could bridge the divide created when she had brought their daughter into the world and nearly died. I want to say goodbye to Mabel. Where is she? Polly spoke with brisk efficiency. There was no use dragging out the argument any longer. She would go to New York City to visit her mother, who would likely not survive another winter. Polly had been supporting her for a decade and wouldn't stop now just because Giuseppe Manzo needed his best aerialist to finish the season, just because her husband thought her as fragile as spun glass. Where do you think she is? Bram's words were gilded in proud amusement. They headed for the menagerie, where Mabel would be found helping settle the animals. At only 8, their daughter towered over other children her age, but there wasn't anywhere a girl as willing or gentle. She had a tender heart. Bram's fingers brushed Polly's arm as he guided her around a trio of clowns, and her spine tingled the way it always did, always had, with his touch.